All right, everyone. So I am here with Tyler from Retirable. So Tyler, let's just jump right into it. And if you don't mind introducing yourself, tell us about you and your company.
Thanks, Gillan. Excited to be here today. My name is Tyler. I'm the CEO and founder of Retirable, a first of its kind decumulation platform built to help American seniors retire with confidence. Spent 15 years in financial services, starting out at Northwestern Mutual in the field, where I focused on helping retirees make the transition into retirement. From there, I joined a startup in New York called Policy Genius and focused on giving accessibility to financial products in the mass market. I launched Retirable back in 2019 to marry up those two experiences and provide professional financial advice to everyone, regardless of their asset level.
Awesome. So you worked at Policy Genius. For those brokers that don't know about Policy Genius, I mean, really successful company, especially in the life insurance space. But you started to see, okay, there's an opportunity here to do more. Tell us about that thought process of creating Retirable.
Yeah, Policy Genius was a lot of fun, learned a ton. It was a great company, mostly centered around term life distribution. But I saw how they were able to democratize that sale and make it really simple and easy to understand for a consumer, and distribute it to the mass market. So that was really exciting to see. But I always wanted to take that same model and deliver it to a space that I was really passionate about. It's a really vulnerable life transition when you leave the workforce, and most people don't have access to a professional financial advisor. 72% of people actually get to retirement never having seen a financial plan, which is crazy. So I said, hey, how do we build a platform similar to what we had at Policy Genius, but focused on the retirement income experience? So helping people navigate Social Security, their housing, what to do with their retirement assets once they leave the workforce, and make sure that they can continue their lifestyle for as long as they can.
That's really good. And I'll go ahead and do a plug here, guys. Depending on when you're listening to this episode, we do have a webinar that's going to be coming up following this. If you go to thebrokerageinc.com, go to our resources tab, and you'll see our webinars. Make sure you register. And if you're listening post that event, we'll certainly have the recording for you. But they're going to give you a full platform demo in that webinar. But for today's purposes, you know, let's really think through the situation and where this makes sense. So many of you brokers out there, you're meeting with folks that, maybe they, for the most part, are not multimillionaires, right? But they have some assets, they have some investments, and they may be asking you, their Medicare broker, what do I do about retirement? Do you have a solution? That's kind of where these guys come in. So Tyler, help us understand like that pass off point and how you guys help that broker.
Yeah, great question. So what we've found, and what most of you people probably see, what most of the agents probably see is, you're a trusted financial decision maker in this consumer's life. And they're coming to you with one of their biggest worries, right? How am I going to cover my health care in retirement? So what we've done at Retirable is use this platform we've built to create a turnkey solution for you to deliver on their second biggest worry, right? So we ran a survey, 1,000 people. What are your two biggest concerns heading into retirement? Are healthcare costs going to derail my plans? Am I going to run out of money before I die? So, it's really hard to be that trusted expert and build a relationship with a client, understand the healthcare needs, the different products available. That's a really valuable skill set, and that's why you earn their trust. It's also really hard to be a fiduciary financial advisor and build a decumulation platform that solves retirement income goals. So we want to offer our services to your clients, and we compensate you for those introductions, but really deliver to that consumer a holistic health and wealth experience. When they work with us, they get a designated financial advisor. So you would introduce your clients to one of our CFPs. They're salaried in-house employees. Nobody works on commissions. You don't have to worry about your clients being sold a financial product that they don't need. For everyone, before we make any type of recommendation, we're going to build out a holistic retirement plan. So walk through, where's the income going to come from? Have we covered all of their expenses, including healthcare from their financial IRAs and accounts? And then from there, if it's appropriate, we have a personalized portfolio built from low-cost passive ETFs, including a first-of-its-kind bond ladder that's available to everyone. Bond ladders are a really valuable retirement planning tool, traditionally only available to high net worth individuals. We offer those to everyone. And they also get a high-interest checking account and ongoing support. So we check in with your clients quarterly. They have any health insurance or other insurance questions, we're sending them back to you. And then we will do an annual review every year to make sure that we're managing their money appropriately and sending them enough to cover their retirement income needs.
So help us understand, and that all sounds really cool. Like who would you say is your target customer for Retirable?
Yeah, that's one of the values here is we work with people who are 60 plus. So we can cast a really wide net. Our product's really focused on helping individuals who have some amount in retirement savings, so generally more than $50,000, up to $1 million. We do have individuals who value our services and our advisors that have more than that, but there are plenty of financial advisors out there calling the people who have more than $1 million, including myself when I was at Northwestern Mutual. But we really built this platform to help the mass market. So, focusing on this demographic that doesn't traditionally engage with a financial advisor.
And what would you say is the goal at the end of the day for these clients? I mean, I think the most obvious thing would be like, help me not run out of money. It's probably their number one concern. But could you speak to kind of the philosophy of what generally are you trying to help them do?
Yeah. Is it kind of hokey to say that it's about solving that peace of mind, right? It's a scary transition when you're used to getting a paycheck every 2 weeks. And now you're entering a phase of your life where that money is not coming in anymore. You may know how much you have saved up at this point, but you don't know how much you can spend without worrying about running out of money. And, there's a lot of uncertainty around longevity. We've seen what happens when inflation starts to eat up more of that fixed income. What are the markets going to do, right? So our goal is to work with you to give peace of mind to clients, right? You've covered their biggest fear around healthcare, and then we're able to step in and give them that income certainty. So here's what's safe to spend, and we'll help you maximize that.
Well, that's a good transition point because I was curious too about, you guys have been very intentional to partner with the broker channel versus becoming the direct consumer brand that's advertising nonstop to everyone. I mean, I don't know if that's in your plan eventually, but for now, it appears that you've been very strategic to partner with independent brokers. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, really, really glad that you brought that up. So, when we started this company, we are focusing on a consumer that's not digitally native, right? 60 plus means that their first resource isn't to go search on Google. So we thought, all right, how do we meet this client where they are? And how do we find people that they trust? So when we think about that, it's around healthcare, right? That's the biggest concern. So partnering with people like that, we're able to really deliver on that peace of mind. We actually started this business with a pretty big mission. Might sound a little silly, but we said, how do we deliver a health and financial safety net to every American, regardless of how much money they have? Because those two things go hand in hand. If you feel more comfortable financially, there are better health outcomes and vice versa. Now, we only want to solve half of that equation, and we want to partner with people on the other half. So, we are focused on getting to as many consumers as possible, delivering this platform to as many people as possible. And we feel the best way to do that is by meeting them where they are and the trusted relationship they have with their healthcare provider.
That's really awesome. And, for the brokers out there that may ask the question, oh, how do I know I can trust these guys? Or, are they going to try to steal my clients? Or, people get paranoid sometimes. It happens. How do you alleviate those worries?
Yeah, that's one of our biggest selling points, right? We don't sell any of the products that you might want to sell. We are focused on long-term partnerships with respect to these clients. So within their retirable dashboard, they'll see your name, your phone number as their health insurance agent. When those questions arise or AEPs coming up, we're sending them back to you. Our goal is to deliver half of this health and wealth equation. So it's for us, it's all about making sure that your clients are financially secure and they know that they have a team behind them. One of the benefits of partnering with Retirable is that a lot of these clients are all also out there trying to get questions answered, right? So if you aren't delivering this financial service to them or answering these, when to take Social Security, what do I do with my 401k? They are out there talking to other people. So, our goal is to make sure that you have a resource to keep that person in your ecosystem. So they aren't out there talking to other individuals who may threaten your relationships.
I'm really glad you made that point. That's really good because we all know that the Medicare market is being pursued by pretty much any venture capital,
Yeah.
any business model that has anything to do with money or healthcare. They're trying to capture that market. And so, if your clients don't have answers to these questions about Social Security or making my retirement last, you're already kind of their trusted advisor, like Tyler's saying. If you don't have any, if you say, I don't know, eh, like, is that going to work? Like 5 years from now, 10 years from now? I don't know. Good luck. Probably not. So it would be better to partner with someone that has the answers, that understands your role as a broker, that is not going to compete with you, is only going to enhance what you're doing. And we're not going to talk comp on this episode, but there is some commission affiliated with this, with partnering with Retirable. Talk to us about that one on one, depending on your contract. But you also do get compensated for referring. Then there's the added benefit of retention, right? You can keep this client in your book and be their trusted advisor for years to come. So let's, I guess, a good wrapping up point would be, like I said, guys, we're going to have a demo here coming out soon where you can see this in action. But just for those that are listening, Tyler, let's just quickly kind of walk through that process. I'm a broker. I get my page. I send referrals. Like, help us understand that if you don't mind.
Yeah, and to touch on the last point as well, we're very happy to earn your trust in our product and service. So, any questions that you have after the webinar, happy to hop on a call, walk you through a one-on-one demo. Some of our best relationships with brokers are people who have sat in on their clients' calls and they've actually seen the value of the advice that we've delivered to people and seen how that's created a stickier client for them. So in terms of process, we will have a landing page live with the Brokerage Inc. for you to register to be a partner with Retirable. From there, there'll be another landing page for you to use with your clients and send over their information after they've opted in. A lot of our brokers and agents use some pretty cool prompts when they want to introduce Retirable. So you may get questions on Social Security, 401ks, etc. Obviously, a great entry point to introduce this product and service. Other people, after they place a Medicare policy on a retention call, will ask questions like, are these healthcare costs in your financial plan? If somebody says, I don't know, or they don't have one, another great opportunity to invite them to use the Retirable service. It's a free consultation because they're your client. We will walk through a high-level financial screening call with them and then build them a financial plan. Regardless of whether or not they become a customer, they're getting that financial plan that you sent them over to. And that's a benefit of partnering with Retirable.
All right. Well, thank you, Tyler, for this information. We're excited to be partnering with Retirable here at the brokerage. So make sure that you guys check out the webinar that's coming up. And again, if you're listening to this episode beyond that date, just go to thebrokerageinc.com, go to our agent portal, and we'll have information there as well. Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks, Gillan.